but we are live. All right, Jan, it's so nice to see you. You're our new mentor, and it's really exciting that you're like the second one to try for our new The Hot Seat series. First of all, I'd like to introduce yourself, tell us a little bit what you do, and the thing I'm interested the most in is probably your learnability thing. What do you mean when you say learnability?
So I am a combination between a coach and a mentor. By learnability, what I do is I do personal development acceleration. And the idea is that we have quite a big misunderstanding about what personal development is. And so what I do is I help people realize what that misunderstanding is, get them to deal with it, and get them to make progress at a speed which is far beyond what they thought they were capable of.
Oh, this sounds great. So it actually is connected to my first question to you. If you had any superpower in the world, how would you use it to advance your field or to help people learn faster, as you say?
Right. That's a good question. My immediate reaction would be to do something like, or say something like mind control, or I don't know. But I don't think that's very ethical. And so
it doesn't matter. It's just a question. What would you like to do? You know,
I think my superpower that would help my job greatly would be teleportation, because I much prefer, I think we all do, much prefer face to face, and yet I'm not very good at traveling. So you know, it's a patience thing, queuing up, taking your shoes off, that sort of thing. So teleportation would definitely be helpful to be present with the clients and have face-to-face connection.
hey, Jan, I need you. Like you're right there for them. That sounds wonderful. All right. And you were already talking about this, but can you elaborate more? What's the biggest misconception about your field that you would like to dispel? Maybe something about learning again.
Absolutely. The biggest misconception is that people confuse awareness for action. They mistake knowing something with being able to do it. So they attend a course on leadership, which gives them that information. But usually for a one-day course or something like that, you don't get to practice it, you don't get to apply it, you don't get to make the mistakes, etc., etc. And really, it's the obvious example which sort of communicates that is juggling. I could explain to you how to juggle. You could go on a one-day course where you have somebody demonstrate juggling and explain why it's a benefit to you and how it could change your life. But that does not mean that you can then go the next day and start to juggle. And that is, for me, that's the biggest misunderstanding people have about personal development.
I definitely agree with you. A lot of people, they attend, one course, two courses, and then they just give up because they cannot do this, but you need lots of practice. It's all, comes with errors and trials that you can do something. Absolutely agree. What is the most interesting dream or vision you have that relates to your field?
Well, I run what I call learning clubs. This is part of the personal development accelerator process. And a learning club is a group of about 4 people. That's the optimum number. And they get together to create an optimum learning environment. What I mean by that is that to actually learn how to do a skill.
To finally practice what you learn, right?
Not to practice. But what I mean is to get out of your comfort zone, to learn a new skill or a new type of behavior, whatever, you've got to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to be uncomfortable. You've got to do stuff that is a challenge. It's difficult. You've got resistance. Yeah, this internal resistance. You come up with excuses not to do it. And really, learning a new skill is all about focusing, motivation. It's about being held accountable. It's being praised, being encouraged, being challenged, all of this stuff. And this is what a learning club provides. It provides the motivation, the focus, and the continuity to encourage people, or to make sure that people keep trying to apply their new knowledge to create a new skill. And when they're feeling this resistance, or they find some excuse not to do it, that they get kicked up the arse, if I can say that on a live stream, and keep going until they can incorporate what was out of their comfort zone to be part of their comfort zone, and that they can do it automatically without having to give it too much thought.
Well, it is a perfect way to, to tell people what you actually do. So this club is like a part of Accelerator that you offer to people, right?
Yeah. So to get back to answering the question, what I would like to see, based on the experience that I've had in some of the miraculous improvement that I've seen, I would like that learning clubs become a normal part of the way that society learns. Because going from the basics, what we experience at school, college, university, learning is sort of something about turning up, receiving information, and getting a certificate. And what we're not taught is actually what real learning is about. You go to, for instance, a sports club, and get a professional coach, they will tell you exactly what learning is about, because that's their job. But we don't get that through our educational system. And so we end up leaving school, university, after we've done our MBAs, whatever, and we still sort of get this feeling that going on a one-day course and receiving information is learning. And it's not. The acquisition of knowledge is not the same as developing a new skill.
Yes, it's absolutely true. I think it's a great idea. Thank you so much. And my last question to you, maybe it's outside of your field, but something connected. If you could work on any project, regardless of feasibility or resources, what would it be?
One thing that I would love to do more of is actually speaking at conferences. I love running learning clubs. They're tremendous fun. And every, seeing people achieve miracles is fantastic. But that's great for them. It's entertaining. But one thing that I would love to do, having said at the beginning that I don't travel well, I would like to do more presentations, be involved in more conferences. The great thrill of talking to a large audience and spreading the message is something that I really enjoy.
Well, could you remind me, what was your TED talk about? What did you talk about there?
So my TED talk was about the hidden key to learning. Oh, sorry, the key to learning hidden in plain sight. And it was all about how just by explaining your ideas to somebody who doesn't know what you're talking about helps you to understand them better. It's a technique used by scientists, by educators, and it's something that we forget ourselves to take advantage of. So that when you have been on a training day, for instance, if you could then go home, sit down, and if your family are interested, spend 10 minutes explaining to them what it is that you've done and the positive things that you got out of it, that helps you to assimilate them better and to understand and learn them better.
Absolutely. Well, you see, in just 10 minutes, I learned more about learning process than I ever did in my whole life. Thank you so much for this, Jan. I think it was a pretty successful Q&A session because I learned so much about you, and I hope people who watched it and who's gonna watch this on our YouTube channel, they will be able to see that. And don't forget that you can go to our website and you can book the session with Jan and actually see in action how he does his sessions. Thank you so much for this, Jan. I hope you're gonna have a great day. And that was great. That was a blast. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kate. Take care.
All right, bye. Thank you.